What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the block. It's your girl Red. You got my homie, my big bro, my blood, Mr. Royale on the block. Say what's up to the peoples.
Oh, what's happening? How everybody doing today?
This is like somebody's granddaddy and shit. Sitting on this loud ass bourbon.
That's what we do. Bourbon on the rocks. Keep it smooth.
We got to hit you with another episode. We got 3 topics. You already know what the deal is. We got 3. Start at the top. Let's start with some music shit. Let's talk about NWA. You know, Straight Outta Compton just came out a couple months ago, about a month ago. And I came across something my cousin was saying. It was he was talking about how before NWA, conscious hip-hop was like the thing going on back in the 80s until NWA came along and kind of pushed the conscious hip-hop out of the way and kind of just let gangster rap take over. Now, my question to you is, Mr. Music, is there space for conscious hip-hop and gangster hip-hop at the same time?
Of course, it's a big space for conscious, for gangster rap, for reality rap. I mean, anything that you want to do in hip-hop, that's what that plateau and that platform is there for. I think the biggest issue regarding when NWA came on the scene was the individuals in power that took over. It's like once they got hooked up with Jerry Heller and the airways exploded with everybody reacting to such this raw form of reality rap, other record labels took notice to that. Right. And once they took notice to that, it didn't matter if what you was talking about or if you even really lived that lifestyle. Mm-hmm. Because even if, as you seen in the movie, Dr. Dre wasn't a gangster. No, he never portrayed to be a gangster, but that's what he rapped about. So once record labels saw that these individuals can rap and speak on gangster rap, they knew they can make money off of it. So I think that was the major issue regarding when gangster rap came on. The record labels and the people in power knew that, hey, the more rappers that we get that are rapping like this, we can make money off of it because society and people are eating it up. They loving it. Mm-hmm. So it did push conscious rap to the back. We didn't the Arrested Developments, the Public Enemies, I mean Boogie Monsters. It was so many groups that was doing conscious hip hop back then that once that plateau came on, everywhere you turn, NWA, Snoop, Daz, Corrupt, Spice One, Ghetto Boys. I mean Eazy-E, South Circle, Tupac. I mean the list just went on and on. It was just everybody that came out was a gangster, and a lot of them could have lived that life. But the record labels didn't care about that. If you had that image and you sounded good over a beat, we was going to push you, we was going to sell you, we was going to drive that market up because we can make that money off you versus you speaking on equality and black life and being peaceful and having fun.
That's what I mean, my thing was this. It's like everything in this world has an opposite. Mm-hmm. It has to exist. So you gotta have the conscious and you gotta have the gangster. That was Martin, and then there was Malcolm. Like you have a choice. Right. That's how life is anyway. It's off on all that shit. Y'all know the back and forth. So you have to have that. I feel like yes, it's always good to be conscious. I love it. I love to read articles and watch documentaries and always learn something. But then there's also a time when you have to actually fight. Like you have to actually like get out there and flex a little muscle. Right. Because otherwise, ain't nobody trying to sit here and just hear you talk all this shit to you, because you can agree with it, but then it's like, now you gotta start putting that shit in motion. Yep. Because otherwise it's just words. Like all you doing is just telling everybody, we gotta vote, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, but if I don't go to the polls, then what am I talking about? I'm just hitting you with some bullshit that I feel like this is what sounds good, and this is what I need you to do. So that's how I feel like when my cousin said that, I feel like you can't pin one against the other. Because you got to be able to have all that shit in your... If you're a real music lover, you have all of that shit in your archive. Mm-hmm. Like, you have that. You got to have Public Enemy, and then you got to have NWA. Because you can sit there and talk about fight the powers that be. We can do that. Right. But then you got to turn around and let them know, man, fuck the police. Like, because that's how you got to feel. Because the police ain't trying to hear that, fight the powers that be. They're like, yeah, whatever. Right. But if I sit here and I tell you, nigga, fuck you, fuck the police, oh, now I got your attention. So now you ready to do something. You trying to make something happen. So that's why I was like, you can't. Yeah, I would love to see a Public Enemy movie.
Everybody should.
Yeah, like it's a. it's a good time to do like a hip hop biopic, but let's not, you know, oversaturate with it. That's what we gonna end up running into. Like with the Dog Pound movie that they talking about, they want to do. It's like, I really don't want to. I don't want to see that.
It almost seems like they coming out to get strike while the iron's hot to get a check. Like I would hate to see a Public Enemy movie and Charles S. Dutton is playing Chuck D. that would be terrible. Because that's how everybody's coming out to get a check and they acting. One of my favorite quotes is from Common when he says, "If I don't like it, I don't like it. That don't mean that I'm hating." And when you look at music today, it's like you got gangster rap and you got conscious, and then as in today, it's a lot of dance music and it's a lot of people that's not even talking of anything of substance.
Call it bubblegum rap.
Yeah, it's just, to me it's terrible. Yeah. But I don't knock none of these people out here doing it, because just because you making it don't mean that people have to buy it. Exactly. Another one of my favorite quotes from Immortal Technique: just because you sell 1 million records, it don't mean that you hot. It just means that 1 million people are stupid as fuck.
That's it.
So I don't knock nobody out of here hustling, getting their money, because you got to do what you got to do to change your environment and to do what you got to for your family. Mm-hmm. My biggest gripe is that when you have these artists such as like Jay-Z or your Ludacris's, I don't know what they doing I don't know if they giving money to charities or not. But when you come out here and you say that you know that you're sounding corny just to sell records, like Jay-Z said on one of his songs, like he's not even rhyming common sense. Yeah. He knows he's not. So it's like he's aware of what he's doing. Mm-hmm. He knows that he's not making any sense. But you're in a situation to where you got so much money that you don't have to lay in bed with these record execs no more. Yeah. So you got your money, you can go out and you can branch out and you can do your own. And if you actually want to speak about that, then you can speak about that, because people are going to listen because you already got your plateau and that's what you really want to do. So it's like you're not doing that. So it makes me believe that it's bullshit and you're just saying that on record to make it sound hot. That's why I big up your Killer Mikes, your Talib Kweli's, I mean, your Kendrick Lamar's, your J. Cole's, your Fonte from Little Brother. I mean, there's so many artists out here who went against the grain and stuck to they craft to do their music instead of just going with what was hot, being a hot nigga like Bobby Shmurda and coming up with a dance.
You got those guys. You can tell they're not gonna be here. It's not longevity because there's nothing else you could give us. Like you gave us the Smoney dance, and anything after that, if it ain't living up to that, then it's null and void. It doesn't even make sense for you to even try it. Right. It's fucked up as it sounds. So you really gotta, like, when it comes to music, you gotta really decide for yourself. What do I want to do? What's just hot for the moment and get a couple checks and get a little buzz, or do I do something that's gonna have me? I gotta work for my fan base. I gotta grab and gravitate to people over a period of time. But a lot of people would take the less road travel. Like, I'm gonna go over here and do a couple, bubblegum pop shit, whatever, snap your fingers, shake your ass. But then you can't turn around and try to hit me with some common shit. Like, you can't, like, I'm not gonna believe you. We don't believe you. You need more people. Like, it's not, you can't do that. So it's with hip hop, it's a crapshoot. I've said that so many times on this show. That everything I look at is a crapshoot. You just gotta really just go out here and pray you hit a 7, and then pray that that's the one that's gonna get you where you want to get to. But it's like, you can't let that music control you. Nah. It's entertainment.
That's it. Take what you can from it.
That's it. And don't let it be like any more than that. And that's where I think a lot of people roll into. And that's how, like, with the gangster raps and all that shit, they'll be like, I'm about that life. But then it's like, when it's time to be about that life, you're not.
Yeah, you ain't never lived it. You don't know nothing about
you just, listening to a couple songs, and it was like, I mean, they make it sound so easy, but they're not showing you the other side of the shit. Right. Like, we did all this. And some of them have done it. Like, we've done all this, but they, were lucky. They kind of just, like, passed by the death and the going to jail. Like, that's just the reality of it. So you could be out here selling all these rocks and selling pills and all that other bullshit like your favorite rapper might be talking about. But the flip side is 2 things gonna happen to you: dead, jail. Because no one has made it out alive or made it so successful just based off this one drug. Like, they either are in jail or they are dead. Like, that's it.
And that's what was so crazy from, like, the NWA. Like, we all knew the story about NWA.
Right.
But the flip side of that coin is, like, the world needed to hear that message to that what was going on in Compton, what they was living and what they was dealing with on a daily basis. People needed to see that. But the flip side of that is that now with that message, the parents have to make sure that they're doing their job. Because if you're not doing your job as a parent, like, I can let my little girl listen to something like that, but then I'm going to explain the yin and the yang, the good and bad from it. So she knows, and you know what I'm saying, as long as I know, if I instilled that in my child, that as she grow up, that no matter which road she goes down, I can feel comfortable in myself knowing that I was 100% with my child and kept it real with them, because I just didn't expose the bad. I also exposed the good and explained both sides to my daughter to what can happen. So that's where it hurts, because gangster rap came in and it took over, and it was so popular that so many kids got lost inside of that, and they glorified that, and they wanted to, you know what I'm saying, they wanted to rock the Oakland Raiders and wear all black and sell drugs and be Bloods and Crips. And it's not that NWA was promoting that. That's what they lived in, and that's what they was raised around, so that's what they was speaking on. So as a rap artist, they didn't do anything wrong regarding that, because that was an environment. Once that message has been sent out, then that falls on the ear of the listener. And if it's a child, then it's up to the parent to be a parent and let the child know, like, hey, this is entertainment. This is what they live. Do not follow down this road, because what happens down this road is also what they talking about. Death. You're going to be in jail. You know what I'm saying? It can be real ugly. So I think the power of the record labels, and also individuals as parents and mentors or anything of that nature, was the reason why so many fell by the wayside.
It's the perfect segue. So now we're going to get into the next topic. When is it okay, or what age do you keep it absolutely 100 with your kids? Now, I don't have any kids, so I'm gonna go first, because bro got a daughter. But for me, I would say, we might say the same thing because we were raised by the same person. So it's like, over a period of time, because you don't want to take the child's innocence completely from them, like out the gate. You don't want to be like, okay, when we was in church, I don't think Pastor did this too much when we were kids, because we was in another service. But anyway, he would, like, lately he would say around Christmas, there is no Santa Claus. And there's kids sitting right there in the congregation. And I feel like, first of all, that wasn't his place to just go ahead and blurt that out, to kind of, then that brings up questions and conversations that the parent does not want to have with their kid yet. So you're snatching a piece of their innocence from them. I get what he's saying, because in that arena that we are in at that time, you have to talk about, God, because God was the reason for the season and all those things. So I get that, but it's like, you kind of got to watch how you say it to everybody else's kids, because that's not that, they don't want to have that conversation yet, because now you got kids asking, what's pastor talking about? Because you already telling the kid, you got to listen to what the pastor's telling you, because he's preaching the good word. So the kids out of right, like, okay, pastor said it, so there it is, that Santa's not real. And that just causes a trickle down effect, because the kid gonna go to school and bust everybody else's bubble, and everybody gonna be walking around like, wow, why is this going on? So over a period of time, honesty has to creep in. I don't want you, like, no kid should have to grow up in this lollipop world thinking that a fat white man every Christmas Eve comes and sneaks in somebody's house and leaves gifts, or the tooth fairy comes in your room and takes the tooth out and leaves you some money behind. Like, that's not always going to be the case. And I don't even understand where that shit came from. Like, I think that's paganism. Yeah, exactly. So those are things they teach you over a period of time to kind of keep you, they want to control your mind. And it's very commercialized. Christmas, your kid wants all the hottest electronics. They want Jordans, they want this, they want that. Just because that's what's pushed in their face. So it's like I said, I think it's over a period of time you should keep it real with your kid. What you think?
I agree. I think it's over a period of time, and also based upon the situation. My daughter, she is 9 years old, and she still believes in Santa Claus. And I'm going to allow her at least until, I would say, 11 12-ish, around that age, you know what I'm saying, to where I would then speak to her in regards to Santa Claus not being real. You ain't got to agree with me, you ain't got to, you know what I'm saying, you can disagree with me. But she's young, and as of right now, regarding that situation, I'm going to allow her to be young and still fantasize regarding that.
Right.
But it's just really based upon a situation that comes up. Now, if your child is out here and she say this, like one time, my daughter was outside playing, and it was just her and her friends, and she ended up kissing a little boy on the cheek. Now, in that situation, I had to be all the way blunt real and lay that shit down.
Stop it right here.
Right now. Hey,
get your lips off that.
Right.
Don't do that.
So, I mean, it's really just based upon the situation. And in that instance, I had to let her know you are too young because, for one, you don't even know what you're doing.
Right.
You're out here playing with your friends, and your friends said to do something, and you just did it off of action.
Right.
And you don't know what that action can bring.
Right.
Because that little boy might be, you know what I'm saying, more experienced or further along ahead.
Or dirty as
or
hell.
dirty, and you know what I'm saying, and is aware of that because of how they was raised
Right.
and what they're around. But you, as my child, I raised you with principles and instincts, and for you to know that no, that is wrong. And I know as a child, when you're in the moment of doing stuff, you're going to do it, and you're not going to understand why you do it. And you know what I'm saying? So in that situation, I had to be all the way real. I'm like, no, you are too young. You do not kiss little boys. Your focus at this young age is being in school and learning and understanding what you're learning and your chores and being responsible. To show me that you're, you know what I'm saying, that these things that you ask for, that you want for Christmas, you want an iPad, you want a Kindle, and you want this. In order for you to get that, you have to show me that you are mature enough. You have to show me that you are willing to accept that gift that I'm going to give to you by showing me that you understand what I'm teaching you and these principles that we instill in you. So I really think that based upon the situation, you have to be real with your child. You know, you don't like Erica said, you don't want them to be growing up in no bubblegum world because it's gonna smack you in the face.
That's just a harsh reality. And I don't know if you know this, but like when we grew up downtown in our city, east side of Louisville, Clarksdale, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We out here, but it was like where we grew up at. I kind of put two and two together. Like, mama didn't have to be like, there's no Santa Claus. I just was like looking around the crib and I was like, we don't have a chimney and we live in the hood. Ain't no fat white man about to just walk up on this doorstep and be like, hey, excuse me, let me go ahead and put these gifts in here for your kids. Like, the fuck? And honestly, like my mom always said, we don't care where it comes from as long as we get it.
That was it.
That's what it came down to. So you just handed over the Christmas list or whatever. Like, as long as I get the money to check, I don't care who it came from. Is it mine?
That's
so let's
it.
just do that. Alright, we're gonna switch topics because we got one more. Okay. The infamous side chick, side nigga shit. Now this stems from, I was telling my brother, I be on social media and these dudes be like posting and be happy and proud. They be like, side nigga deals, all this other bullshit, whatever. So dudes can do that and everybody laughs and like, hi, boy, you crazy. But say on the flip side, me as a female, if I put up some shit like, side chicks, I do this, I do that, I'm going to be frowned upon. I'm going to have the finger wagging it. Why you doing that? That's nasty. That's just, why would you? I mean, but in some situation, I feel like this is something that you don't say to the masses. Like, that's just some shit you just keep to yourself, even if that's what you want to do. And sometimes you don't want to be bothered with a relationship.
But just listen to it.
But it's like, it's side.
Side chick, side nigga.
It's like, why would you want to do that?
Why glorify or give any power to that? And as an individual, why would you broadcast and showcase yourself as a side chick or a side nigga? Me personally, I'm not going to glorify the man that's saying that, and I'm not going to glorify the chick that's saying that. Me personally, how I look at it, I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to look at both of y'all as stupid as shit.
It's dumb. I hate that because it's like I said, they'll laugh about it. This, I ain't got time. I do what your man won't do. Okay, here's the thing. If I'm in a relationship and my man ain't doing something that he should be doing for me, I'm gonna have to get me a new nigga. Like, that's it. Because I'm gonna tell you, I can give you the insight, like, baby, we should do this, I want that would be nice. And if you don't follow suit, okay, well then this ain't gonna work for me. Let me just go ahead, push on out, let me find somebody that's gonna give me what I want, as opposed to bringing in a whole nother human being, all these new sets of feelings, emotions, what he like, what he don't like. Like, it's just, I don't have, ain't enough hours in the day for me to remember what my man likes and then what my side nigga gonna do. Like, just give me one nigga that's gonna do what I need him to do, and I'm gonna reciprocate. Like, that's what it comes down to.
But I mean, the side chick and side nigga, that all that stuff just stems back to what society has always been, and the image that has been pushed upon regarding men and women. Mm-hmm. So regarding, if a man was promiscuous and slept around, that wasn't frowned upon. No. But if a female did it, she was a Jezebel, she was a witch, she was a hoe. And that was all stemmed upon how society wants you to view these individuals regarding it, because they always wanted you to view a man as power and a woman as being dependent upon that man for everything. Right. So that's where that stems from, and how society pushes that image for men and women. Like, over the years and over time, it has changed somewhat to where, you know what I'm saying, women, it is good for women to be empowered and to be independent and go out here and strive and to show they can live on their own over time, but getting still at the end of the day is all about the man.
Yeah. That's what you like. It's like I always said, it's like, you know, if I gotta do it all, I'll be by my damn self. That's just how I look at it. That's probably why I've been single for like a grip. Like, it's been a while, because it's like I don't have high expectations. I don't think, like, I just want you to be. I want you to be strong. I want you to be there. I want you to be supportive. Like, these are just things I need you to be. Right. Like, I'm not asking, like, you ain't gotta have the flyest car, the biggest house, all the new shit. Like, I ain't saying all that. But when I'm just saying I need support. Because if you ain't gonna support what I'm trying to do in my life and the things that I choose to do, then why the fuck are you here? Like, you really just taking a space you can get out of my way and get out the way for the person that's gonna do what I need them to do. I'm not gonna bring in those side niggas. I'm gonna keep him, because, you know, me and Juan been together for 12 years and that's my boo. I'm a ride or die. But let me bring in, you know, Tyrone to get me together. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
It's just the world. You have people that, okay, I'm comfortable in this situation and what I got, but
right.
I'm not that comfortable because I'm not getting this. Right. So if I'm not getting this and this other individual can give me that, then I'm going to go get that, but I'm going to hold on to this like, just in case. Like, come on, it's just too fucking much.
You're doing the most. It's too much. Just stop. Because I think the problem with relationships nowadays is that people will sit here and talk about how many years they've been with a person. I've been with this person 10 years. Okay, but what have y'all done in these 10 years besides make a kid? Because anybody can get out here and get a kid. Sexual chemistry ain't shit. Like, it's not hard for that to come about. What's hard is the actual building and holding conversations and support and understanding and trust and loyalty. Those things are the hard part. Sex, not so much. That's easy, actually.
But that's the problem nowadays. Today is all about instant gratification. Yep. It's all about the now. So that's why relationships dwindle out so fast, because people are on to the next. It's just like if you was a hot rapper and you just dropped a single, they're like, that was dope. 10 minutes later, I need a new song. Yeah, Where you at? I need that. And that's just, it's society. And that's what it all, I mean, a lot of these situations that we all talked about right now, these three little subject matters, all of it at the end of the day goes back to society. Yep. From NWA to how real do you keep it with your kids, and then side chick and side niggas. Society plays a key role into a lot of that, and people need to open their eyes to realize that.
But you know what's crazy when we say society? We are society.
We are.
That's what's so crazy. Like, we'll point the finger at society and be like, well, shit, nigga, that's what we make up who society is.
That's why I'm not in social media.
Like, it's
that's why I took myself out of it.
It's a gift and a curse, for real, because it's like you need that social media presence for it to be known that, you know, what your buzz is doing is hot, and then that's how you can get on. But it's a curse, because, like, it's just so much you can get yourself into. Yep. Like, you can get yourself into some trouble. Like, with relationships, when people say, you know, social media ruined my relationship, I was like, no, it's a tool. It's an innocent tool. It's what you, the person that controls it, whatever you decide to bring to it, that's what brings the drama. So Facebook didn't, or Instagram or Twitter, none of that shit brings those females and or those males into your inbox. It's what you say, what you do, how you look. Yeah, all that shit. That's what it comes down to, and that's what causes the problems. And then that's how you run into the side chick, side nigga, all that shit, because it's so easy just to hop on your Instagram and follow you, whoever you following, and you be like, oh, okay, let me slide on in, let me see what I can get from it, and I'm gonna put her on the side. But here's my problem. They don't ask. Dudes don't ask you. I'm not saying it ain't no right way to come out and be like, you want to be my side chick. But you can at least explain the situation that you're in, and then let the female decide
that's the least
if that's what she wants to do.
If that's what you're about and that's what you out here doing, that's the least you should do. Because 9 times out of 10, I promise you, if you a side nigga and you looking for something and you just come to a chick like, look here, I got a girl, I just want to get down with you. 9 times out of 10, she's probably gonna be with it. Right,
because she's probably sitting there thinking like, you know what, I ain't got time for no boyfriend. Let me get my shit off. And let's just leave it at that. Yeah. But that's where the problem runs into, is that no one's telling you that this is the position that you're playing. You literally, they are out here hoodwinking motherfuckers. They like, you know, I'm single and blah, 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 let's do this. And then a couple months later, all of a sudden this girlfriend you've been with for years upon years pops up. And you like, she's crazy. No, motherfucker, you didn't keep it real. Like, that's it. Keep it 100 in all that you do. I'm telling you, the truth hurts, but it's respected, though. Because can't nobody respect no liar. Ain't nobody gonna trust no liar. You can always trust the truth.
That, and also with social media, learn how to separate yourself from the stupidity and realize what reality is. Like, with the stuff that we have talked about, learn how to separate your kids from social media and to keep them away from certain things. From with the NWA movie, learn how to teach your kids about the realities of music and also the conscious side of music. With side chicks and side niggas, try to teach your kid to be an individual of stature and to walk with your head held high, and that you will not be anyone's side. And regarding being side, it just doesn't mean for relationships or sex. That means job. That means your whole entire lifestyle. You would not hold yourself down to be a side to anything. Hold your head high and be your own individual, and you walk with pride, and you be your own person, and you have no shame and no fault in that. So society, and I can't harp on that enough, because the push of society is so strong, and we do not realize it as individuals. We really don't. You have your Facebook, your Instagrams, your Twitters. We have all these different social media networks that is a viable tool to use regarding whatever your profession is, or just for entertainment. But people get so lost in it based upon the information that is pushed out to you and how they drowned it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like the LBGT. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I mean no harm. I hold nothing against you all. Live your life. But that agenda has been pushed so hard regarding television shows, networking, music awards. I mean, it's it's everywhere. Like, and it's just pushed upon you. So it's like, okay, it's cool for you to push that, but it's not cool for you to push education. It's not cool for you to push that, you know what I'm saying? This is what happened in this city. This is what this individual was doing to uplift his community. That information is not pushed, and it gets washed over and overlooked. But the negativity, which brings power and energy because people feed into it, that's what keeps social media going. And the only reason why I'm not on social media, because I choose not to let that energy have any hold on my life. Because if I look at it, then it's going to cause me to think about it. And if it causes me to think about it, then it's causing me to react. So I'd rather not have it at all, because I don't want to react in a way to where I could do something to damage me or someone that I love. So I just pray that individuals and everybody that's in the media and that takes heat in the media and gives it so much power, make sure you're using it for the right things, and also make sure you're teaching your children.
Be a parent.
Be a parent. Be
Raise
a friend. Be a mentor.
Do
just make sure you're using it for the right things and help and push it in the right way, because it's a beautiful thing. It really is. But it's been saturated with so many people and stupidity, and they don't use it for the right things. That's why I'm like, I'm straight. I'd rather not deal with it at all.
This was a good show. I'm glad you came
I'm
on,
glad
big
you had
bro.
me on.
We out here though. Catch me up next time on the block. We out.
Yes, sir.